Oh my God.
We got to talk
Yes,
about
Lord.
ICE. ICE. You know, ICE been in the news the last month or two, man. You know,
Yeah.
by two crazy shootings in Minnesota. ICE been in the news lately due to the recent shootings of two Minnesota residents, Alex Peretti and Renee Good, both 37. Both were kind of interfering in police work, and both ended up getting work. But what do you think about ICE guerrilla style tactic and apprehending and locking people up, trying to deport them? You think they're going too far? You think they're doing the right thing? Like, what's your thoughts on ICE and they action these last 6 months? What you got? Who wanna
I
lead
think
off?
that it's a head of the household situation. And so since the head of the household is a donkey ass fool, his minions is some donkey ass fools. I think they following the leader, and I think all of these internal dark thoughts that they've had, they've got some space to let it shine, and they are taking full advantage.
Facts.
I don't think it's gonna last long because you dealing with all these other cultures. You start coming for us again, it's gonna be a different
Right.
story to tell. So I think they're doing what they can. You know, people play with who they can play with.
That's true.
So I think it's totally uncalled for. I think the training for all of these people is not at the level that it needs to be at all.
Kind of sending them in the field too fast.
On purpose.
Right.
All right, because you sit here and look how they handle this culture and their dynamics. Wow, but they handle them a certain type of way, and then you take another culture and they're extreme with how they handle that. Those are decisions, and then just also going back to the training, you should know how to decipher situations, and when you look at the footage, they were not called for it to handle in the ways that they were handled a lot of times. So I'm big into mental health. They don't do enough mental health work in that field, like, at all. They don't make sure these men's minds is right. They don't make sure these people are not exuding their own issues out in the field. They're not making sure they have therapy, counselors, guidance. And they're the whole force is a little polluted, quite honestly. So, it's very hard. It's an uphill battle for sure. It's definitely uncalled for. It's definitely getting out of hand.
You think they right for deporting? Like,
No.
you against that too?
None of us supposed to be here. We got a felon as a president. What are you talking about? This land is stolen in general.
Yeah.
In general.
True.
So who are you to say anything about where people should land? Land of the free? So, no, I think it's totally uncalled for.
So what you think? That's real? How you feel about ICE and how they've been moving in the two shootings that happened in Minnesota a few months ago? You think, first of all...
I look at it like, this is wrong for what they're doing, but I also feel like this is a little bit of karma for the Latino people that voted for Trump. We will vote for Trump. Face ass. So that's my thoughts on that.
Next.
Hey, bro, I just know one way. I know one way.
Damn. Okay. All right.
Okay.
No, what you got, man? How you feel about ICE?
He said, nana boo boo.
Oh man.
Then what you think about ICE? First, what you think about the shooting? What you think about ICE and their deport style of work?
I think what I said is
Crazy.
appropriate. I think it's disgusting what they're doing. If you check the history, it ain't nothing but some. I'm gonna say this. I try not to use profanity. I try not to, but when I get mad, I get mad. I some bitch ass niggas.
Bands is what they call them.
So
Straight face.
straight face. And reason I say it because untrained. Ask yourself this question, right? We all dealt with the police, right?
Right.
When the last time the police came to your house to kick your door in without a warrant?
Fat.
Never.
Now, I've been around some heavy hitters in society, and doesn't just leave it like that. What DA is involved, they ain't kicking doors in like this. This is nothing. If you go to the history of America and its history, go back to the history of Europe. Hitler, the Gestapo, the Klan. The Klan was untrained, kicking the people's doors, snatching kids out of houses. Emmett Till, I say that respectfully. doing what they want to do. It's history. They trying to make that maggot crap they doing. They trying to do that crap all over again. If you look how the Third Reich started in Germany with Hitler,
Right.
if you see how that got started, that's the same thing. That's the same playbook here they're trying to use. They're trying to use. Just think about it. You just gonna shoot somebody. Somebody said interfering. You said interfering. They weren't interfering in police business.
They absolutely were.
They not the police.
It's federal agents.
They are not. They look. Those are look. I come from the feds. I was a military policeman. Them untrained SO. I want to curse them motherfuckers.
Cuss them out.
Cuss them out,
I'm so sick of them motherfuckers, man. I can't stand their ass.
Right.
I can't stand them. They untrained. They them old January 6 people. People they gonna piss in your face and had the nerve to tell you, oh, is that rain? No, that's your dick laying on my head. You pissing in my face. That's what it is. That's how I feel about them. It's disgusting what they doing. Then they up in Minnesota.
Yeah.
You in Minnesota. You getting pissed off cause Waltz talked about Trump. That's all. Anything Trump want, y'all want to get his bastard. Anything he want, you got all these old, all these old untrained, ill-informed, retarded ass folks in the government right now. There's no leadership in D.C. whatsoever. What Trump say goes. Yeah. They bow down. Then you got these old bootleg, jackleg preachers right here right now, especially these white preachers that won't say nothing what's going on. Because there ain't no love in their heart. Matthew chapter 25 will explain everything Jesus told you about loving one another. And they don't. And they sitting there. Where is the Kenneth Copelands of the world? I said your name. Yeah. Where's the Joel Osteen? Where are all these Jensen Franklin? Where Paula White? Where y'all at right now? Jamal Bryant, the only one. It's a couple white pastors, one in Montana and one out in North Carolina. They talking about him, and one in Atlanta. They actually 3. Call them out. This stuff they doing is wrong.
What I think they should implant a program before they just start snatching them and putting them out like that. I agree with you on that.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't just be pulling people out, breaking families up. I think you should
with force as well.
With force, I think you should put a program. Let them check in every 6 months. You know what I'm saying, to get their paperwork. You know what I mean. As long as they paying taxes and have a residence, I think you should give them a chance.
But that's what you would do if your intentions were good.
Correct.
There you go.
And also, I think they should. If you're gonna start deporting people, go get the people out of jails. That's the ones you should be focusing on.
Thank you.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Just follow the process, man. You ain't got it's plenty of illegals in jail you can take out of here.
That's what you should start. I see
you just trying to get at 10 walks. That's all that is.
That's true.